Right. Okay, good evening, everyone of you. I hope you can hear me properly. Can you all hear me properly? Everyone of you? Can you all hear me? Yes or no? I hope you can hear me properly. Can one of you tell us whether you can hear me? Right. Okay. Thanks for the update. Right. So, welcome you all for the paper class today. That is 2027 A level paper class. This is the very first day that we all are starting our paper class. Before come to the discussion, so we have given you the model paper number 1 today, paper class 2027 A level. Before going to start the paper discussion today, I will brief up. I will highlight few important points why the paper class is important for you all, and I will tell you how I'm conducting the paper class. It is an important point for you to learn that to know in advance how I'm going to conduct the paper class, right? I will take a very small time from you before come to the discussion. Let's discuss why the paper class is important for you. Right. Okay, welcome you all again for the paper class. I will explain why the paper class is so important point for you. Why the paper class is important. Uh, right. Under the content, I'll be trying to discuss few things. Why the paper class is important, and I'll highlight few things. There may be new students. Maybe some students are in my class also. Uh, I think you know my name. I'm a chartered electrical engineer by the profession. Now currently I'm working in Ceylon Electricity Board as a engineer, as an electrical engineer. I have been doing these kind of classes over more than, let's say, 15 years. Right. So why the paper class is so important? Without knowing that it is pointless to engage with the paper class, you have to know why you need to go along with the paper class. Without knowing it properly, it is pointless. So when you are doing some work, you have to know in advance why this is so important for you. So without knowing it, it's pointless, right? So the first thing is sharpen your skill, right? You can sharpen your skill, enhance problem solving abilities by engaging the paper class. You can sharpen your skill. Under that, enhance problem solving abilities, reinforces accuracy in recalling concepts. So when you are given a question, let's say you don't know that question, that you don't know how to answer for this question. So in that case, you can recall it by looking at again, looking the notes again and revise them again, doing the questions which we discussed in the class. By doing those things, you can recall what you have learned. And regular practice improve memory of key formulas and equations. In physics, you may have several formulas and equations, right? It is difficult for you to remember everything. So by practicing, you can remember them easily, right? By practicing, you can remember them easily. Right, the next one is the self-assessment. So today we have given you 20 MCQs. From next week onward, we'll be rank you, right? We'll be rank you. And there's a website in my under my name rangapriyanath.lk. I request you all to register there, right? Maybe not next week, the other week we'll start the paper discussion, especially when it comes to MCQs through that website. There, once you answer the questions, you get the full marks also. How many marks you would get? Finally, you can rank. You ask me, you know that what is the number? What is your number among the students, right? Self-assessment is so important. Then only you can correct yourself. Let's say in 20 MCQs, you could do only 10 MCQs. Don't worry, nothing to worry. You don't want to worry to make mistakes in a class like that, because you have enough time to correct them, right? Most of the students feel that doing papers are not so important. No, it is not that way. You can get many benefits by doing the papers, right? Identify chapters and concepts needing more focus. For example, let's say you are not okay with the vectors. When you are giving a vector question, you don't know how to solve it. In that case, you can recap what you have learned. If you feel that area is not enough to answer this question, that means you haven't learned that part properly. You have to revise. You have to go a different textbooks and get that knowledge. And you can ask from teacher also. But it is from the self-assessment. Helps in pinpointing weakness for targeted improvements. Enables students to seek specific help from tutors. Better preparation to quicker and more accurate answers. Psychological preparation, that's also so important. When the exam is very close, even term test, when exam is very close, most of the students start to study day and night, 24 hours. Then only you started to study 24 hours. Pointless. Rather than doing like that, why you can't keep on doing the paper class and engage with that properly? Actively, you have to engage with the paper class. Then only you get that benefit. Okay? Right. Familiarize the student with the various question styles. So in my class, in this particular class, I am not doing any past paper question. Remember, all are new question for me all. For you all. So none of the questions are selected from the past papers. Remember, all are new questions. Build confidence in handling difficult questions. All those questions are not so easy, even not so difficult. Most of them are moderate, but there are some questions that you feel difficult when you answer the questions. So you have that capacity development through the section also. Prepare students mentally for the exam environment. Because we provide you, when I do the papers through the website, you don't have any time limit. It is specific time allocation. 1 hour means 1 hour. You don't get more than that. But when you do this way, you have more than 1 hour. You can take much more than that. But when we do class, when you do the papers through the website, you don't have that ability. After 1 hour, it is lockout. You can't turn it back, right? Prepare students mentally for the exam environment. Improve time management skills. Improve time management skills. That's also one of the very important point when you do the paper class. Most of the students don't have much time for their, don't have time for to write the answers, especially when it comes to MCQ paper. Ask from your seniors, they will tell you they don't have much time most of the time. So doing these kind of papers over and over again, you get that skill. You get that skill to answer within the allocated time. It is an art, Lamai, that develop over time. You can't develop it overnight. It has to be developed through the practice. Provide understanding of the different paper sections. Helps in efficient time allocation based on question difficulty. Let's say in a essay type question, when you are answering that question, you feel this particular question, this part is so difficult. So you just jump and come to the next question, right? That also kind of skill. Rather than staying the same question, you just jump and come to the next question. That also a kind of skill that you have. Ensure all the questions are answered within the time limits. Enables work in weak spot. By today also you will realize in a certain area you are weak, right? It helps to identify the strength and weakness. So as a student, you need to know that what is your weakness, what is your strength. You have to develop your weakness and you have to think about your strength and improve it. That's the requirement, right? The next important point is encourage targeted learning for weak areas. As I told you, if you feel that this area is not so okay with you, you can develop them through like teachers or any other ways. Mainly, you have to revise them. Support personalized lessons planned from tutors. Strength weak spots to improve overall exam performance. So I have my plan also. I'll be doing this paper class in the steps, 4 steps. The first step is until mechanics. Once the mechanics is over, I'll be starting the second step. I will tell you in detail when the time comes. It is too early to tell you what is step 1, what is step 2. We'll go under the step number 1 until the mechanics section is over. After that, we'll start the step number 2. Till oscillation waves, we'll go with the step number 2. After that, we'll develop the up to the gravitational field. Step 3 is develop after the gravitational field. Step 4 is full papers. It is full papers like the 8 essay question, 4 structured question, 50 MCQs. So for 2025 to 2026 students, we are doing now step number 3. We'll be starting for them step number 4 soon. Right. So this is the short introduction about the paper class. I'm not trying to take much time. Let's go to our lesson today. Right. So there are several students in my class probably, and there are some new students as well. So let me to tell you first what are the things I have completed in my class and how I'm going to question through the papers. Right, as you already know that you have 11 section, 11 topics in your syllabus. I'm just telling this one for the students who are just joining my class, who don't know about me. So we know that we have 11 topics in your syllabus. Number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to number 11. 8, 9, 10, 11. Number 1 is a measurement. Number 1 is a measurement topic. measurement topic. We have already completed it. Number 2 is mechanics. Mechanics. Under mechanics, I divided mechanics section into 10 topics. Under 10 topics. First one is the vectors. Second one is the linear motion. Third one is Newton's laws. Fourth one is the conservation of linear momentum. Conservation of linear momentum. Number 5, power, energy, and work. Number 6, equilibrium of forces. Equilibrium of forces, center of gravity. Equilibrium of forces and center of gravity. This is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Equilibrium of forces and center of gravity. Number 7, rotational motion. Number 8, circular motion. Number 9, fluid static. Number 10, fluid dynamics. Like that, there are 10 topics to be completed. There are 10 topics to be completed. In my class, I have completed the vectors, linear motion done, Newton's laws done, conservation of linear momentum done, power, energy, work topic will be completed fully. We have started like halfway. We will be completed that in coming Saturday class. Equilibrium of forces will be started in the next class. Right? This is the point where I have completed mainly up to this point. I need to complete these topics. So number 3, the oscillation waves. Number 4, thermal physics. Number 5, gravitational field. Number 6, electrostatic field. Number 7, electromagnetism. Number 8, current electricity. Number 9, electronics. Number 10, mechanical properties of matter. Number 11, matter and radiation. So what we have done so far is this: measurement and vectors, linear motion, Newton's laws, conservation of linear momentum, power and work. So I'll be question you up to this point only. I'll be question you up to this point only because in my theory class, I have completed up to that. Up to that, I have to complete more than that. There will be several extra classes and there will be a reverse class as well for 2027 students. So we'll be completing syllabus soon as possible, nothing to worry. But anyway, through the model paper class, will be question you up to the point we have completed. For example, in the coming 2 weeks, coming maybe 2 or 3 weeks, we'll be completing the equilibrium of forces, center of gravity, that section. Once we complete it, we'll be question you through the model paper. That is the nature of this paper class, right? At the beginning, you may have 25 MCQs, maybe 2 essay question, 1 structured question altogether. Only 1 hour paper or 1 hour and 30-minute paper. But with the time, when it comes to model, step number 4, as I told you, it's a 3-hour paper for essay and 2-hour paper for MCQ. When it comes to step number 3, mainly you have 2-hour paper for essay and structured and 1 hour and 30 minutes for MCQ. That's how it's developing over time. Right? Do you have anything to ask before come to discussion? I'm going to discuss the first model paper with you now. Anything to ask, anything that I explained few things. I explained myself. Second one, I explained what is the importance of having a paper class like that. And thirdly, I told you what are the things I'm going to question you up to now, right? Up to a certain level I have completed, I'll be questioning you through those sections only. Are you clear with this? Anything to ask any one of you? Right. Now, can you understand what I'm telling you? Or is it not clear? Or none of you are replying, right? Right. So if you are clear, let us know that, because you know that we can't see you. The first thing is we can't see you no අපිට ආව පේන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ නිසාම ඔයා මේක reply කරන්න ඕන දරුවෝ නැත්තම් මේක
Yes, sir, it is clear.
එතනට තේරෙන්නේ නැත්තම් අහන්න. Very simply, if you can't understand, just tell us no, because you can question us anytime. You can ask any question from us related to the subject. You can ask any question. So you are feel free to question us anytime. Please ask anything if you have anything. There is one question from one of the students before our final exam. How many will be left? How early you will finish the theory parts? Probably 6 months early. Probably 6 months. For others, I did like that. So I don't think that will be changed for you all. We'll be doing the same thing for you. Right? Are there any more things to answer? Right. You should have two books with you, Lamai. One is to write the answers, because we'll be question each and every question to the discussion. We are not letting any questions to skip. We will discuss all the questions there. One is to write the answers for this question. I mean, the method that we discussed, the method that we did, and there must be a separate book to write only the important points that you need to remember. Are you clear with this? Only there are a few points that you need to remember. Are there any students who can't understand Sinhala? I'm not trying to teach in Sinhala, just to know that. Are there any students who can't understand Sinhala? Are there any one of you? Right. Okay. Don't worry. I'm not trying to teach you in Sinhala. I'm just asking you to have an idea. That's all. Right. That's all. Nothing to worry. Right. Another thing is, like, this whole month, you can learn free of charge, right? We are not taking any payment from any one of the students here, and I request you all to log into my website. It is simply, I will tell you the details. It is simply Ranga Priyanath.lk. You can log into that and register yourself, right? Register yourself, because we'll be questioned through most of the time through the website. Okay, let's go to our discussion. I hope you have the paper with you. Please take it out. If you don't have it, you can use the soft copy as well. Right, let's move to the question number 1. It's a model paper number 1. Considering the Earth as a uniform sphere of radius r and density d, the gravitational intensity on its surface can be written as shown in the following equation. Question number 1. This is model paper number 1. You have a spherical, you have a Earth like that. The radius of that is r. The density of that is d. The gravitational intensity G is given by G equal K RD, where K is a constant. The dimension of K R. The dimension of K R. So when they are asked you to in the dimension of K, what you should do, you have to subject it first. That's the simple nature. G over RD. G over RD. So the dimension of K must be equal to dimension of the G over RD quantity, because in a dimension analysis, we learn that when you have several terms, each term should have the same dimension. If you have two terms, left hand dimension must be equal to the right hand dimension. If you have several terms like A plus B equal C plus D, dimension of A must be equal to dimension of B, equal to dimension of C, equal to dimension of D. That's how the dimension analysis we did. Under the dimension analysis we did. Okay. Right. K equal dimension of K equal G dimension is given LT minus 2. Dimension of radius it's a length simply, it is L. Density, it is density, we know that mass over volume. Mass over volume is capital M divided by L3. Capital M divided by L3. L cancel, T minus 2, M minus 1, L3. So the dimension of K equals T minus 2, M minus 1, L3. T minus 2, L3, M minus 1. The fourth one is the answer for this question. Fourth one is the answer. So in your one book, maybe like you don't have two books today. The paper is given already in the WhatsApp group. Shall I share it now? I know you haven't joined the paper class, or you don't have, you are not joining the WhatsApp group. You haven't joined. Okay. Can you just send me WhatsApp message soon? I will share with you. This is my WhatsApp number. Send me soon. 07144777069. This is my WhatsApp number. Send me soon. 07144777069. Right. Okay. Let's move to the second question. The table below shows some of the measurements and some of the measuring instrument used to measure them. Okay, the one is uploaded, the model paper number one in the chat box. You can even download it. Right? You can even download it, right? Thank you. The table below shows some of the measurements and some of the measuring instruments used to measure them. X internal diameter of a soft rubber tube. Soft. When it says soft, you have to pay your attention. Soft. Not a hard one, soft one. To find the diameter, the diameter of a soft rubber tube, the vernier caliper is not suitable. Why? So when you want to keep in between, in between the two jaws, internal jaws or external jaws, that will maybe give a deformation, right? That means it may be not suitable for that. Traveling microscope is the best instrument. Traveling microscope is the best one. Micrometer screw gauge, even not possible. If it is a soft one, definitely there will be a deformation. Traveling microscope is the best instrument because of softness it has. If it is soft, definitely traveling microscope is the best one. If it is a inner diameter of a capillary tube, what is the best instrument? If it is the inner diameter of a capillary tube, what is the best instrument to measure the internal diameter of a capillary tube?
Traveling light microscope.
The questions.
Light microscope.
What is the best instrument to measure the internal diameter of a capillary tube?
Traveling light microscope.
Internal diameter of a capillary tube. Anyone else? Yes, exactly. It is also the traveling microscope. In your notebook, you can even write that to measure the diameter of a soft rubber tube, traveling microscope is the best. Diameter of a inner diameter of a capillary tube, traveling microscope is the best. End of the day, when you do like 30-40 papers, you have very good short note with you, right? Very good short note with you. So make like that, small points I'll be highlighting. Right. So we feel that the traveling microscope is the best instrument here. Depth of a small hole on a flat surface. Depth of a small hole on a flat surface. There are three instruments they have given. One is the spirometer, other one is the vernier caliper, other one is the micrometer screw gauge. Depth of a small hole on a flat surface. Depth of a small hole, actually you can measure a small hole if it is a flat surface. Spirometer you can use neck. You know that we can use the spirometer to measure even a small depth. Even the vernier caliper also possible. The spirometer, vernier caliper, both are possible. But if I take the vernier caliper,
Higher
if I
error
take the
percentage.
vernier caliper, let me share the screen here. Right. The table below, okay, let's move to this. If I select vernier caliper to find the depth of a small hole, none of you can challenge. The best one is the spirometer and the best one is the vernier caliper. Actually, both are possible. I'm not telling you they are not possible. Both are possible. Here, but when I take the vernier caliper, in front of that I have what? Micrometer screw gauge and the traveling microscope. Yeah, it has. Let's move to the other one also, the thickness of a polythene sheet. Thickness of a polythene sheet, micrometer screw gauge is the best one. Spirometer, you can't find like that. Micrometer screw gauge is the best one. If you fold it to several numbers, if it is a very thick, very thin one, you can fold it to several numbers and find the thickness of it neck and divide by number of layers. That's the one thing. Micrometer screw gauge, spirometer, traveling microscope. The second one is the answer. Second one is the answer for this question. Right. Let us move to question number 3. Question number 3. The following system, the following four system acts on an object for which system is result 0 possible. Result 0 possible. So you remember the students who are in my class, we have done this kind of question earlier several times. If an object has three forces, to have a zero resultant, we have given you an idea. The addition of the two smallest forces must be greater than or equal to the largest one. That's the idea. For example, let's say you have an object like this. There are maybe three forces. One is A, the other one is B, and other one is C. Let's say C is the largest. If the resultant is 0, A plus B addition must be greater than or equal to C, then only you can consider zero resultant. Right? The actual scenario is, if you try to draw a triangle by using these three vectors, you could be able to draw a triangle if only this requirement is there. Let's say A, B, and C. C is the largest. If A plus B greater than or equal to C only, we can plot a triangle. We can plot a triangle. If we can plot a triangle, that tells you this polygon is completed. When the polygon is completed, that tells us we have zero resultant. You remember, we have 4 methods to find the resultant. What are the 4 methods we have? Remember, we have learned it. Triangle law of vector addition, parallelogram law of vector addition, polygon law of vector addition, resolution method. If the polygon is completed, that tells you what? Zero resultant. Resultant is zero. No resultant for that. Polygon complete phenomena. If the polygon is completed, that tells you zero resultant. In very small ages, I mean grade 9, grade 10, we learn that to draw a triangle, the length of the two smallest sides addition must be greater than or equal to the largest one. If that's the case, we can plot a triangle. We can plot a triangle, right? Look at here. You may have 3 forces like this: 3 Newton, 3 Newton, 3 Newton. Can you think about the zero resultant here? Can you think about the zero resultant here?
No, sir.
Can you think about the zero resultant? No, you can't think about the zero resultant. But if you make like this, 3 Newton, you apply like this. 3 Newton, you apply like this. 3 Newton, you apply like that. In between, you have 120, 120, 120. Like I'm standing here, 3 persons are pulling me with having the equal strength. They apply equal forces. I'm not moving anywhere. I'm stay here. So that means I don't have any resultant. Resultant is zero. So if you try to draw a triangle for this, of course you can do it. Of course you can do it. Why? 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 is more than 3. Actually, the largest one is 3 here. The 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 is more than 3. So you can plot a triangle. So that's the nature of it. If you can plot a triangle by using these 3 values, that tells us we have a zero resultant. You should have a knowledge in your mind to if 3 forces are given and if they ask you to find which one is not possible to have a zero resultant, that tells us you can't put a triangle. If you can't put a triangle, the smallest length, addition of the smallest length must be less than the largest one. Let's go with that idea. Right? In your note, I want to recap like this. You have A, B, C. If A plus B greater than or equal to C, we can plot a triangle. We can plot a triangle. Right? C is the largest. We can plot a triangle. C is the largest. Okay? Complete in or not. The following forces system act on an object for which forces system is resultant zero possible. That means if you try to draw a triangle, you could able to draw a triangle. That's the idea, no? Zero resultant. The following forces system act on object for which forces system is resultant zero possible. Zero possible. Actually, they want you to question that which one is not possible for zero possible. I mean, the resultant force system act on object for which forces system is resultant zero not possible. Can you make it correct? Not possible. Make it correct. It is wrong. Not possible. It has to be not possible. 10 plus 10 greater than 10. You can plot a triangle. That means zero possible. Zero resultant possible. 10 plus 10, 20, 20 equal 20. So 0 resultant possible. 10 plus 20, 30, 30 greater than 20. So that means it is possible. 10 plus 20, 30, 30 less than 40. You can't plot the triangle here. It never zero becomes zero here. I mean, never, the resultant becomes never zero. 10 plus 20, 30, 30 less than 40. It is wrong. 20 plus 30 equal 50, no problem. Fourth one is the answer. Right. Let's move on to question number 4. A ball is thrown vertically upward from a height of 60 meters with the velocity 20 ms minus 1. The time taken by the ball to reach the ground and the velocity of the ball when it hits the ground are respectively. You throw a ball upward with a certain velocity. This is 60 meters. This is 20 ms minus 1. Time taken the ball to reach the ground. Right. Let's say this is point A, this is point B. We can apply the equation from A to B in upward direction. S equal ut plus half at squared. S become 0. It is S become minus 60. Why S become minus 60? We are using upward, but the displacement is downward A to B, minus 60. Initial velocity 20, the time t. This is t equal 0, t equal t here. Ut minus, we are using upward, gravitational acceleration is downward. Gravitational acceleration is downward. G divided by 2 t squared, right? Minus 60 equal 20t minus 5t squared. Divide all the terms by 5. This is 12, 40 t squared. Take it to here, t squared minus 40 minus 12 equals 0. T squared minus 60 plus 2t minus 12 equals 0. T minus 6 plus 2 t minus 6 equals 0. T minus 6 t plus 2 equals 0. T minus 6 equals 0 or t plus 2 equals 0. T equal 6 seconds or t equal minus 2 seconds. Time can't be negative. Time can't be negative. So this is the possible answer. Time equals 6 seconds. Look at the answers. Only the fifth one we have the time equal 6 seconds. So when you have an answer like that, do I going to do the rest of the part? I don't want to do it because it's already 6 seconds we found it. At the exam, you don't have that much time to recheck your answers. Maybe most of the time. For the most of the students don't have much time. So you may don't have that time to do again. If you have 6 seconds, take that answer. But for this class, we'll be doing it. They want you to find this velocity which strikes with the ground, right? Which strikes with the ground. For the downward direction, you can apply the equation. For the downward direction, you can apply the equation to find the velocity. V equals u plus at. A to B, I'm using downward direction. Initially, upward you have plus 20, but we are using downward, so minus 20 plus 10. The time is what? 6. It is V equal 40 ms minus 1. 40 ms minus 1. 40 ms minus 1. Anything to ask? Anyone else? Question number 5. Shall I come to question number 5? A ratio of maximum height to horizontal span for a certain projectile was 3 to 8. This is R. This is H. H to R ratio is 3 to 8. 3 to 8. The ratio of its initial vertical and horizontal velocity is the ratio of its initial vertical and horizontal velocities. Let me to take this one as Vy and that is Vx. That is Vx. Right. If you take the time as t equals 0, this is t equal t. If that is t equal t, if I make it t equal 2t, you will agree with that. Are you all agree with this? Time is 2t. The total time for the projectile is twice as the time to reach the maximum height. Are you all agree with that, or you don't have any idea regarding this? I think my students
Agree, sir.
have any
Agree, sir.
problem. Any other students who have any issues? Okay, no problem. Right. Let us discuss that. Right. So if that is H, they want you to find the ratio between Vy and Vx actual. This is the question they want from us. Let us take point A, point B, point C. From point A to B, I'm using the equation upward direction. Let's say V equals U plus AT. Vy, 0 from A to B, highest point, you don't have any vertical value. At the highest point, you don't have any vertical value. It is 0. Initially, Vy minus Gt. Vy is equal to Gt, number 1. In the second point, I'm using the equation from A to C horizontally. S equal ut plus half at squared is not there. Why? There is no acceleration. Horizontally, there is no acceleration. R equal Vx into 2t. Vx into 2t. Vx equal R divided by 2t. R divided by 2t. Okay. Okay. Right. So from number 2 and from number, this is number 1 and this is number 2. 1 divided by 2. 1 divided by 2. No, there's a small issue with that. They wanted to calculate the vertical height ratio. It's wrong. height is given from. Let's go with the other one. A to B, we'll use that upward direction S equal U plus B divided by 2 into T. Sorry about that, okay. S is H because I need to link with the H now. Initial velocity V, Y. Vertically, highest point 0 divided by 2. The time is T. Time is T. Two H V Vy into T. This is number 1. This is number 2. 1 divided by 2. 2H divided by R. V by T divided by Vx 2T. T cancel. They want you to calculate Vy over Vx. This is 4H divided by R. 4H divided by R. This ratio is given to us. For H over R is given 3 by 8. This is cancelled. This is 2. 3 to 2. Fourth one is the answer. In this case, we need to link the height to the initial and the final velocities. Question number 6. Right? Shall I erase the board? Shall I erase the board? Or you want more time to write? Right. Question number 6. Micrometer screw gauge is used to measure the diameter of a thin wire. Figure 1 shows the position of the scales of the anvil and the spindle when they touch. Figure 2 shows the position of the scale when they measuring the diameter of the wire. Diameter of the wire is. When the anvil and the spindle fully close, 0 of the datum line or 0 of the circular scale past the datum line. That means it has error. Is it a positive 0 error or a negative 0 error? What's your answer? Is it a positive 0 error or negative 0 error? Anyone else you? Right. In this figure, right, this is 0. This must be actually 49 because this is 49 divisions. 49 divisions are there in the circular scale, while the pitch of the screw is 0.5. 50, 49, 48, 47. Actually, this is 47. This is 45. Mistakenly, purposely, they have given it 45. The 5 is wrong. 0, 47. Actually, it has negative 0 error. It is a negative 0 error. For this process, you know that you have two errors, positive 0 error and negative 0 error. If that is the positive 0 error, just coinciding number into least count. If that is the negative 0 error, total number of division minus the coinciding number into least count. That will tell you the answer for this. Right. Okay. 47th number coincides with that. That's the first thing you need to know. Okay. With that, we'll move to the rest of the part. Right. So when you have a circular scale, this is the datum line. 47th mark coincides with that. And actually, the pitch of the screw is 0.5 millimeter. Total number of division is 50 divisions. So the least count of that would be 0.5 millimeter divided by 50, which is 0.01 millimeter. 0.01 millimeter. It's the least count. So the error we can calculate then, error, it's a negative 0 error. Error equals minus 50 is the total number of division, coinciding number 47 into least count. It is 0.03 millimeter. 0.03 millimeter is the least count of it. It is the error of it. Least count is this. Least count means what? The smallest measurement that you can take from the instrument. The smallest measurement that you can take from the instrument. So when you all are taking the measurement here, the maximum of how many millimeters you can take? 0 here, 0.5, 1, 1.5. So 1.5 is the value 1.5. 1.5 millimeter plus the balance amount we have to take from the circular scale. Coinciding number 45, 46, 47. Least count 0.01 millimeter. So don't worry, if you don't remember the spirometer or the micrometer, screw gauge, vernier caliper, we'll be revising you through the essay questions, nothing to worry. 1.5 millimeter plus 0.47 millimeter, it is the observed reading. 1.97 millimeter is the observed reading. But it has a negative 0 error. If that is a negative 0 error, we need to add that 0.03 millimeter. So altogether, how much? 2 millimeter. When you add that, this becomes 10. That becomes 1. That means 2 millimeter. 20 millimeter is the answer. 200 millimeter is the answer. Fourth one is the answer for this question. Number 7. If you don't remember this way. What is the least count? Find it. Least count. What is it? What is the negative 0 error? What is the positive 0 error? In the next class, prepare and join. That's the easiest way of revising yourself. Negative 0 error, positive 0 error for the spirometer, micrometer, screw gauge, vernier caliper. I will do the revision again through the essay question when we do it. Question number 7. Below is how the horizontal and vertical displacement of a certain projectile vary with the time. It is S equal 36T. Question number 7. And 2y equal 96T minus 9.8 T square. What is the angle that the projectile velocity makes with the horizontal? What is the angle projectile makes with the horizontal? Right, these are the two equations they have given us. And if I analyze this equation, it looks like S equal ut, isn't it? S equal ut. So that means x is analyze with x. 36 is like match with 36 is matched with u. T is matched with the time. So that means horizontally, when I consider horizontally, ux is equal to 36 ms minus 1. Ux is 36 ms minus 1. If you analyze this, it looks like vertically I am using S equal ut plus half at square. When I'm using S equal ut plus half at square, ut minus g divided by 2 t square. Multiplied all the terms by 2, 2s equal 2ut minus gt squared 2y equal 96t minus 9.8 t squared. Look at here, 9.8 equal j, 96 equal 2u. So that means vertically, when I match with that, vertically, 2u is equal to, I will take y here, 96, y is equal to 48 ms minus 1. So, you need to know that if an object projected with 36 ms minus 1 and 48 ms minus 1, I'm having a projectile like this. So they want you to find the angle, let's say alpha, right? Alpha. Tan alpha is equal to 48 divided by 36. 48 divided by 36, or else I think the 38 and 46 are the same, right? 36, 48, no, 96 means 46. What is the angle that the projectile velocity makes with the horizontal? Theta they ask you. 48, okay, we get 48. 36 also, okay. 48, 36. What is the angle projectile makes it horizontal? Alpha, let's say alpha. Tan alpha. Tan alpha. So when you have two velocities, I will mark the two velocities and explain it. You have 36, you have 48. This is alpha. This is 48. If that is 36, 48, tan alpha, we can consider 48 divided by 36. 48 means what? If you divide by 4, this is 12. This is 20 means 5. 5 plus 2, 9. This is 4. This is 3. Tan alpha equal 4 by 3. So when you have 4 by 3 for tan alpha If that is 4, if that is 3, if that is alpha, this must be 5. Look at the, if it is right angle triangle, when you have 4, 3, this must be 5. So the sine alpha equals 4 divided by 5. They want you to find the sine alpha, that's why I try to find it. Alpha equals sine inverse 4 by 5. I hope that is a new question for you, most of the students. Anyone got this answer? Anyone else? Any one of you? You got it. Very good. You got it. No, how about the other students? Anyone got it? It's a new question, I hope, for most of the students. Let me to start question number 8. So in here, what we did, we feel that this is like a horizontal section, horizontal motion, horizontal projectile. So if we use that, this is like vertical projectile, we use that and think the relationship and get it the answer. Get the answer. Question number 8. Consider the system with two fixed forces, 12 Newton and 12 Newton, and variable force of 6 Newton. You have 12 Newton, you have 12 Newton, you have 6 Newton. This is theta. Consider a system with two fixed forces, 12 and 12, and a variable force of 6 Newton. What is the value of theta that gives maximum value for the resultant? What is the value of theta that gives the maximum of the resultant? So here, 6 Newton can be changed based on the other resultant, right? Let us find the resultant of those 12 and 12. Definitely, it is along the 45 degrees because we know that the resultant is like along the angular bisection 45 degrees. And if you remember the resultant, how to find it, we know that it is equal 12 and 12. I am referring r squared equal x squared plus y squared, r squared, r equal x squared plus y squared root 12 squared plus 12 squared root. So r is equal 12 into root 2. 12 into 2. So that means this is 12 into 2. When you have two vectors, if you don't remember, when you have two vectors x and y, the resultant is r equal x squared plus y squared root 90 degrees. If it make it angle tan alpha equal y over x. Write in your notebook, short notebook, y over x. So that means 6 Newton should apply along the same line. Then only I can take the maximum resultant. 6 Newton should apply on the same line. 45 degrees. 45 degrees. It is 45 degrees. 45 degrees. Again, once you find the resultant of those two, we feel that it is along the angular bisection. I should apply the rest of the force along the same line. So we get the maximum resultant. Let's move to question number 9. A level landing inclined projectile. A level landing inclined projectile. Level landing means this kind of projectile. If you project, it will reach to the same horizontal level. Level landing. Level landing. That's the idea. Level landing means it is the same horizontal level. If you project somewhere here, this is not the level landing. It is a different thing. Level landing means you project somewhere here, it's come to the same level. A level landing inclined projectile increases its flight time as the projectile increases from 0 to 90 degrees with the horizontal. If you increase your angle theta from 0 to 90 degrees, the time would increases. Let's find the total time. S equal ut plus half at square. S equal ut plus half at square. We can apply to find the total time. 0 initial velocity, let's say Vy, the time t minus g divided by 2 t squared. 1t cancel. Vy equal gt divided by 2. Vy means what? V sin theta. If you take that as V sin theta, this is V cos theta. Equal gt divided by 2. T equal 2V sin theta over G. So that means if theta is increasing, time is increasing. B is a fixed value, G is a fixed value. Based on the sin theta, time would change. When theta increases, time also increases. Theta increases means when theta increasing, sin theta increasing. When sin theta increasing, time increasing. That means when you are increasing 0 to 90 degrees, sin theta increases, so the time would increases. Yes, that is true. It is true. Okay, it is true. A long jumper has an advantage. In your notebook, I want you to remember this part. In your notebook, please remember this. When මේ වගේ note එකක් හදාගන්න. If that is B, this is theta, this is V sin theta, T equals 0 projected, T equal T comes, T equal 2V sin theta over G. 2V sin theta over G. If you can remember easily, with this one you can start. Why we go with this part? We can start with this location. 2V sin theta over G. A long jumper has advantage in competition when angle of projection is 45 with the horizontal. Yes, if I want to throw a ball to a maximum horizontal range, I should project it with the angle of what? Anyone else? If I want to project the maximum horizontal range, what is the projected angle I should? What is the projected angle? Anyone else? 45 degrees. Yes, it is 45 degrees. To project it maximum horizontal range, it should be projected 45 degrees. When theta is 45 degrees, we get maximum horizontal range. Maximum horizontal range, right? Like this. Maximum horizontal range. Maximum horizontal range. The direction of velocity and acceleration of projectile at its highest height depend on its angle of projection. The direction of velocity and acceleration of projectile at its highest height depend on its angle of projection. No, it's not depend on the angle of projection. At the highest point, G is vertically downward, velocity is horizontal, always perpendicular. Always perpendicular, no difference whether it is which angle, whatever the case, always perpendicular. If it is a projectile, always perpendicular. Depend means wrong. Direction of velocity and acceleration of projectile as its highest height depend on its angle of projection. Rho. At the highest point, always G is vertical, horizontal velocity, perpendicular to each other. A and B is the answer. Right. I'm going to question number 10. I will tell you another story related to the projectile. If you project with the theta, let's say the R is the horizontal range. You have the same horizontal range if you project with a different angle. What is that angle? We have given that, we have done it. What is that angle? You have two angles where you get the same horizontal range. I'm asking you, if one is theta, what is the other angle? One is the theta, what is the other angle? Actually, no. Any one of you? You would get the same horizontal range. Exactly, Fatima. Very good. Very good. You have the answer. It is 90 minus theta. It is 90 minus theta. Please complete it. 90 minus theta. There are two angles. There are these are small points, Lamaya. There are two angles which we get same horizontal range. Which we get same horizontal range. If one is theta, then the other angle, please complete with me, then the other angle is 90 minus theta. For example, if you project with 30 degrees, if you project with 60, you get the same horizontal range. 30 and 60, you get the same horizontal range. Okay? Right. Let's move to question number 10. Question number 10. When a school bus is traveling at a uniform speed 20 ms minus 1, a bag falls slowly from footboard and comes to rest with a deceleration of 2 ms minus 1. What is the distance between the bus and the bag when the bag stops? When the bus stops, huh? Right. There's a bus moving along this line with 20 ms minus 1. While the bus is moving, the bag also has the same speed. Only thing is dropping down. But when it's dropping down, also it has that velocity. So it goes along that. The bus also goes along that, but knows that the bag drops, so stop here. So the final velocity here 0. Final here 0. It has come to rest with deceleration of, it has a retardation of 2 ms minus 2. 2 ms minus 2. Right. Let's take the bus travel x distance, x displacement. Let's find it first. S equal ut plus, no, we can use b squared equal u squared plus 2as to find that. Finally, rest initially 20 squared, 2 retardation 2 x 400 equal 4x, x equal 100 meters, x equal 100 meters, x equal 100 meters, 100 meters. The bus travel 100 meter distance before stop. Bag they know the bag drops. So once apply the brake, you can't just stop the bus. No, it has to be moved with a certain retardation. It has to be moved with a certain retardation. Okay. When the school bus is traveling at a uniform speed 20 ms per hour, the bag falls slowly from the footboard and comes to rest with a deceleration of 2 ms minus 2. It's a wrong thing. The bus bag This is wrong. What I thought is wrong. When the school bus is traveling at a uniform speed, it is moving 20 ms minus 1, not pressed. 20 ms minus 1, not pressed. It is now here. The bag has a retardation. While it is moving along that due to friction or whatever the case, it has a retardation of minus 2 ms minus 2. So velocity becomes 0. If I use the bag has the initial velocity of 20 ms minus 1. It comes with the retardation minus 2 ms minus 2 a. It comes to rest after a certain period. T equals 0, that happened. T equal t, it comes to rest. When the bag comes to rest, bus is still moving. Bus is still moving. Bus is still moving, maybe here, because it has 20 ms minus 1. T equals 0, that happened. T equal t, it is here. Let's say this is S1, this is S2, and the difference between those two is the answer. But before that, I need to find what is the time duration which comes to rest. V equals 0, the bag stop now. V equals u plus 80. Final velocity started from 20 minus 2, the time t. Final velocity 0. 2t equal 20, t equal 10 seconds. It takes 10 seconds to stop. Let's find the displacement. S equal ut plus half at square. S equal ut plus half at square. Or we can use S equal u plus v divided by 2 into t. S equal u plus v divided by 2 into t for the bag. S1. U become 20 because bus speed also there for the bag. So when you are like when you just jump from the bus, or you also have the same speed as the bus. Neither you have the same speed as the bus. Initial velocity 20 plus final velocity 0 divided by 2, time is 10. 100 meters. S1 is 100 meters. What is S2? What's the value of S2? Let's use this space. S equal UT we can apply for the bus. S2 20, the time is 10, 200 meters. 200 meters and that is 100 meters. The difference is what then? 100 meters. The difference is 100 meters. It is 10 for the question number 10. The answer is number 5. Right. We have done 10 questions so far. 10 out of 10. Are there any students who got 10 out of 10? Anyone got 10 out of 10? More than 8? You got more than 8. Okay, you got 8 now. Right, that's great. Okay, one is there who got 10 marks. No? Okay. You got 9. That's great. Okay. Right, let's discuss the balance 10 question also. Question number 11. 2 marks M1 and M2 are marked at the distance h as shown in the figure. If a steel ball is initially dropped a distance x above M1 and M2, M1 and pass M1 after time t1 and M2 after time t2, the acceleration of the particle is. Let's take the acceleration as g. Let's say A. You have a ball. You have a ball here. You have a ball here. T equals 0 started. T equal T1 is past that point. T equal T2 pass it. Let's apply the equation from this point to that point. This is A, B, and C. From A to B, we are using the equation downward direction S equal UT plus half AT squared. X started from rest half G T1 squared X equal to T1 squared number 1. From A to C, I am using the equation now. Downward direction, the same equation. What I'm going to do, I try to use the equation from here to there, then here to there, and get the difference to find the x value, h value. The displacement is A to C. What is that? H plus x. Initially rest half. I will take this one as A. Neither. We have taken that as A. A T2 squared H plus x equal A divided by 2 T2 squared number 2. 2 minus 1. H equal G divided by 2 T2 squared G or A T1 square divided by 2. H A divided by 2, take it out. T2 square, T1 square. Need to find the acceleration. A equal 2h divided by T2 square, T1 square. It's the answer. Fourth one, next. Complete it soon. Question number 12. A person projects a stone from top of a tower. A person projects a stone from top of a tower. The speed at which it hits the ground does not depend on the angle of projection. No, it's wrong. If you vertically throw it, you have a higher velocity. If you project with a certain angle, you have a lesser value. Because you know that if you throw it just like this, whatever the value you throw, it is strike on the ground. But if you throw it with an angle here, from the tower to the angle you project with here, this is u with an angle theta, you know that we get a component on that. This is v cos theta and this is v sin theta. So that means not the same velocity strike with the ground. It's wrong. Not the same value. Right? It is not the same value. Same value means wrong. It is wrong. Same value means wrong. Huh? Not does not depend means wrong. If you throw vertically up, you get the highest velocity strike with the ground. Okay. If projected horizontally, the time taken to land does not depend on the velocity. If projected horizontally, time taken to land does not depend on velocity. Yes or no? What is your answer? If you project horizontally, it is true. Yes, it is true. Why? If you project horizontally, let's say the tower is here. If you project horizontally, the time is not depends on the velocity here. Why? If you are using vertically downward, the equation is equal ut plus half at squared. U becomes 0 for the vertical motion. S is fixed. G all are fixed. Time is fixed. So regardless of the velocity, the time is fixed for this. Yes, that is true. If projected obliquely, the ratio of the vertical velocity component to the horizontal velocity component remain constant. From velocity always changing. So component is always changing. It is not same. It's wrong. Horizontal and vertical. Horizontal component remain the same, but vertical values say different, changing. So that means velocity would change. Only A and C is the false statement. B correct me? Right. If you complete it, we'll move to question number 30. Let's move to question number 13. A projectile motion occurs on a level surface behind a vertical wall 15-meter high. Here, a person on the other side of the wall can see only a part corresponding to the time of 2 seconds from the top part of the projection. 2 seconds. From here to this point, it takes 2 seconds. That means from here to there, only 1 second. Only 1 second. From here to this point, 2 seconds. From here to there, 1 second only. If the horizontal inclination projection is 30, then the flight time is. Okay. They want you to find the flight time. Total flight time. Ne? So the question number 13. Here, after 1 second, it come to rest. Look at here. If you throw a ball 50 meters per second, after 1 second, its velocity is 40 ms minus 1, dropped by 10 ms minus 1. After another 1 second, it comes to 30. After another 1 second, it comes to 20 ms minus 1. After another 1 second, it comes to 10 ms minus 1. After another 1 second, it comes to rest. For every 1 second, the velocity dropped by 10 ms minus 1. In the same way, in the other direction, you want to take it to short note. If every 1 second, the velocity increases by 10 ms minus 1. 10 ms minus 1. Every 1 second, t equal, let's say here 0, t equal 1 second, 40, t equal 2 seconds, t equal 3 seconds, 20, t equal 4 seconds, 10, t equal 5 seconds, come to rest. Every 1 second, it dropped by 10 ms minus 1. That means after 1 second, its velocity becomes 0, vertical value. That means the vertical value here is 10 ms minus 1. Have you noticed that? Anyone who have done this, knowing this one, 10 ms minus 1? Anyone else? Any one of you? Right, none of you. Ne? Anyway, know that. I want you to write this one for MCQ under the short note. If under the vertical motion, every 1 second, vertically upward movement, the velocity dropped by 10 ms minus 1. In the other direction, velocity increases every 1 second by 10 ms minus 1. 10. This is 20, 30, like that. Okay. So I know the initial velocity from here and final velocity from here. I'll be using the equation to find this vertical height. S equal u plus v divided by 2 into t. S initial velocity 10, final velocity 0, divided by 2, time is 1. S equal 5 meter. S equal 5 meter. S equal 5 meter. 5 meter plus 15 meter, 20. S equal 20 meter. S equal 20 meter. Now I'm trying to find the total time to reach the maximum height. Total height is clear. Let's apply v squared equal u squared plus 2as from here to there vertically. V squared 0. Initial velocity, let's say vy squared to 10 into 20. 10 into 20. 5 plus 15, 20. This is 200, 400. That means Vy is equal to 20 ms minus 1. Because when I take the root of 400, I'm getting 20 ms minus 1. That means I know what is the projected velocity. It is 20 ms minus 1. 20 ms minus 1. Now I know that it has been projected 20 ms minus 1. Let's apply the equation S equal ut plus half at square. S0, initial velocity 20, time t minus 10 divided by 2, t square. T square, t cancel. T equal 20 divided by 5 second, t equal 4 second. T equal 4 second. No, wait. Initial velocity 20, 10. I think I got 20 as the initial velocity. Ne? Yes, it is the total time is 4 seconds. Yes, 20 times t 5 is square. Yes, 20. Yes, that is true.
So can you explain how the initial velocity
Total
was
time of
determined?
flight is 4 seconds. You have to get small points. Podi දේවල් develop කරගන්න. Water are lazy MCQs. Feel very easy MCQs. Right. I'm just asking you which section you all are doing in your classes. I explain which point I'm doing in my class. Just to get an idea, when I'm preparing the papers for you, I think it's better to consider that. What are the sections that you all are doing in your normal classes or school? Either one. Any one of you? Which section you all are doing in your classes now? You are doing Pathima, the conservation of energy, on simple harmonic motion. I'll be starting the oscillation waves in the first week of February. Anyone else? There are more students here. How about the other students? All are my students? Right. Let's move to the question number 14. Question number 14. The parameters of particular projection are as follows. Initial horizontal velocity 30 ms minus 1. Initial vertical velocity 30 root 3. Sustained inclination of the projectile 60. Which of the following will not change horizontal range of the object if it falls to the initial level? Right. If you project, if you change the angle, as I told you earlier, to get the same horizontal range, what is the angle I should project to get the same horizontal range without thinking about anything. What is the same horizontal range if I project with this angle? What is that angle? Anyone else? We learn it. Any one of you? Exactly. Yes, Fatima, it's correct. 30 degrees. It should be 30. If you project with 30, you get the same answer. If you get project with 30, you get the same answer. Check whether you have the 30 degrees. Yes, you have 30 degrees. Don't think about the other location. You don't get the same horizontal range from any other situations. Only by changing the angle, if that is theta, 90 minus theta tell you the balance, same horizontal range. Okay, remember. Question number 15, I will give you the answer. I will give you the answer and I'll be doing that. I want you to try yourself. The answer I will tell you is question number 15. The answer is number 4. It's a very good question. I want your answer. The student who send me the answers only, I will send them answer. Right? Please do that because it will take only few minutes to do the question, but you have to understand in an analytical way. Within the short time, maybe you don't understand that. You have to think lot to do this question. So I want you to try yourself. If you got the answer, tell me. I will send you the answer. If not, I will do it in the next day. Answer I will tell you. Question number 4. If answer is number 4, but I want you the method. How did you come to that answer? You have to think lot. This particular bus, this bus, how this truck is moving when it's moving 2 centimeter, 2 meter, 2 meter. What is the think lot and do this? Okay, I told you the answer for this question number 15. Answer is number 4. Right. Let us move to question number 16. Question number 16. Question number 16. An airplane rising from rest with constant acceleration of 10 ms minus 1 at a height h above the ground move with the velocity v at an instant when the parcel is thrown down, so its initial velocity is 0. If it falls down under gravity, which of the following statement is true? So there's a plane moving with a plane rising from rest with a constant acceleration of 10 ms minus 2 started from rest and rising along this line. The acceleration is there 10 ms minus 2. When the height is h, above the ground, move with the velocity v at an instant when a parcel is thrown down. So its initial velocity is 0. It is initial velocity 0. It is given as initial velocity 0. No need to think about anything there. U equals 0 here. If it falls under gravity, which of the following statement is true? So if it is move under gravity, the gravitational acceleration would apply on this. Airplane is moving up. The velocity with which the parcel falls on the ground is v. Yes, that is true because you know that the same height, same acceleration. Direction is different, but same distance, same acceleration. Initial velocity 0, initial velocity 0. So don't try to calculate it. The same thing, yes, it's right with the velocity v. If you project with 0 and same acceleration, it comes to velocity v. For the same height, yes, that is true. No need to calculate it again. When the parcel hits the ground, the distance between it and the plane is 2h. When it hit the ground, Lamai, this one started from rest and reached to this point with a velocity v. At this moment, it traveled h distance. But for the plane, the initial velocity has the high value velocity v, and it is not the same distance h travel. It is more than h. It is not h. It is h more than h. Initially, rest now h. If you have higher value now, you have a higher displacement. So it is not h. It is more than h. So having 2h distance means wrong. 2h means wrong. 2h means wrong. The time for the parcel to move down is v by 10. For the parcel, we can apply v equals u plus at. B initially rest, G T. T equal V divided by 10. Yes. A and C is the answer. A and C is the answer for this question. Question number 17. The setup in a lab is shown in the figure. The diameter of the ball is equal to the diameter of the horizontal tube, regardless of the value x. The velocity v with which the ball must be projected to enter the horizontal tube is. I have a small point to tell you. Let's say this is a projectile. My point is this. There is no gravity. So whatever the velocity it reaches to this point, it will go along this line. To take the ball through the tube, this location, it should be horizontal. Otherwise, it never travel through the tube. Because once it reaches to this point, it travels horizontal. That's the point. Under the gravity, it will travel up to the project like a projectile. After that, it's simply horizontal movement because you know that there is no gravity. There is no gravity. Check whether you got my point. Okay, there. Yes or no? So that means at this point, you need to know that vertical component becomes zero. Only the horizontal component you have. V squared equal U squared plus 2S. V squared is 0. Final velocity is 0 here. Initial velocity V sine 45 root 2. Take the square of that, 2 G10. X means 45. Twenty into 45. V squared divided by 2. V squared divided by 2 means 40 into 45. What is that? So we found that V squared equal 40 into 45. 40 into 45. 9,800. 2GH. V divided by root 2 squared 900. That means V divided by root 2 equal 13. When I take the root of this, square root of this, V equal 30 root 2. We found the initial velocity of that is V equal 30 root 2. What if they want? The velocity V with which the ball must be projected. So 30 root 2. It is the answer. It should be projected 30 root 2, then only it can go along the tube. It's a good question again. Beyond that, you don't have any gravity because there's no projectile movement there. It's only travel along this line. It's a good question. Okay. No, actually, we can't. We can know. The one is telling that we can't exactly determine the ball will enter the tube at the ball's maximum height. It is the maximum height. Only the horizontal movement would tell you that. But without using the assumption, we can't get the numerical answer for this question. Actually, maximum height, it will attain that. It will reach the maximum height. Maximum height means horizontal. Question number 18. At a point P, at a height h above the ground, 4 particles are projected horizontally with the velocity u. Initial velocity of all the 4 particles are in the horizontal plane, and the angle between the 2 consecutive velocities is 90 degrees. The area of sphere joining the points where the 4 particles hit the ground is. Right. That means you have 4 particles which are projected perpendicular to each other at this point horizontally. Horizontally, you project it horizontally. So let's find what is the displacement. If you project it horizontally, what is the displacement it has horizontally? Let's say it is x. Projected horizontally u. This is h. Vertically, s equal ut plus half it we can apply to find the time first. After that, we can get the answer for the horizontal range x. SH initially rests half g t squared. So the t squared equal 2h divided by g. T equal 2h divided by g root of it. This is the time. During that time, x displacement would travel. S equal ut x u time 2h divided by g. U equal x g divided by 2h. U equal x into g divided by 2h. So here, if you take these points, one is A, similarly you project it like this, you have another point, you may have another point, you may have another point, you may have another point. This is the starting point. This is x. This is also x. This is also x. This is also x. So if you take this square, we have this kind of thing. What I found is x. When you take one particle projected to this, another particle projected to there, 2 points, another particle projected to there, 3 points, another particle projected to there, 4 points. When I combine those 4 points, I have that instrument, that surface. X we found. What they want, the area, the area. We try to find the area now. Area equal half triangle x into x. We have such 4 values, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, multiplied by 4. Half x means u 2h divided by g. Take the square of that, multiplied by 4. 2 cancel. 2u squared 2h divided by g. 4u squared h divided by g. It's the answer for the area. 4u squared divided 4u squared h divided by g. That's the answer for the question number 18. Don't give up. So you may feel to leave the class, like it's online class, I know it's not so easy, but don't give up. Always think that we have a target to get a good result at the exam. When you get the good results, only we can enter the university. When you enter the university, only we can get the things that we wish, that we have. So you should have a dream. If you have a dream, you need to work on that. You have to work a lot to achieve those targets. Those dreams never come to you without hard work. Work hard. If you complete it, let's move to question number 90. An object traveling in the same direction on a horizontal straight line travel with the velocity u for the first, the distance, and v of the remaining 1/4 of the distance. It is moving in a straight line from here to there. It travel with like 3. I will take the total length as s, 3s divided by 4. This is s divided by 4. This travel with u. This travel with u up to that. Beyond that, it travel with v. Beyond that, it travel with v. From here to there, u. After that, v. From here to this point. The mean velocity of the object can be given by the mean velocity. I will take the time duration we travel with this velocity as t1. The time duration for this part is t2. What is the mean velocity? Mean velocity tells you mean velocity equal total displacement divided by total time. Total displacement, what is that? 3s divided by 4 divided plus s by 4 means s divided by total time t1 plus t2. What is t1? Velocity equal displacement divided by time. Velocity u equal 3s divided by 4 divided by t1. So the t1 equal 3s divided by 4 into u. Similarly, b is equal to s divided by 4 divided by t2. t2 equal s divided by 4b. Let's use that. 3s divided by 3s divided by 4u plus s divided by 4b. Take s out. 3 divided by 4v plus 1 divided by 4v. S cancel. 3 plus 1, 4. 4 divided by 4v. 4 cancel. V is the answer. The average or the mean velocity is v. No, that's a small issue. Neither. I have made a small mistake. It is not v, it is u. It is u. I have taken the as v. Wrong. S. Take s and 4 out. 1 over u. 3 u v. S cancel. S cancel. When you simplify that, 4 here, uv, 3v plus u. 4 uv divided by 3v plus u. That's the answer for this mean velocity. 4 uv plus 3v plus u. 4 uv, 3v plus 3v plus u. Fourth one is the answer. Fourth one is the answer for that question. So we'll move to the last question of this paper. Question number 20. Right. So always try to do the maximum. If you try to do the maximum, definitely you would get a good result. You will get a good result. Try to do the maximum. It's a must. Right? If you do the maximum only, you can get the good results. There is no short method. The hard working, the strategically you have to work on the subjects, every subject, not this one only. Every subject you want to strategically work hard. Otherwise, you don't get the full marks. Let's move to question number 20. Question number 20. When a bird is flying in a straight line to the east with the speed u, this is my north, this is the east. So the bird is flying with the velocity u. The bird is flying in a straight line to the east with the speed u. and child is running parallel to the direction of the bird with the speed 2u divided by 5, parallel to the direction of the bird with the speed 2u by 5, and if speed of the bird related to the child is 2ms minus 1. There is a child also running parallel to the direction of the bird. There is a child moving parallel to the direction of the bird. 2u divided by 5. If the speed of the bird relative to the child is relative to the child means what? I should stop the child. I should stop the child to make stop. I should make stop means I should give the speed for the child as 2u divided by 5. Then only the child becomes stationary. In that case, I should give the same speed for the bird as well. 2u divided by 5. So that value is given as what? 2ms minus 1. 2u divided by 5. U minus 2u divided by 5 equal to 3u. U minus towards that. U minus 2u divided by 5. So when you all are considering relative to somebody, that tells it that object must remain rest, and we consider while keeping that object remain rest regarding the other things. To make it stationary, I should give 2u by 5 velocity opposite of that direction. Then only I can make stationary here. If I give the speed, all the other components will give the same speed. So I should give the speed for the bird. If that is another one, I should give the same direction, that speed. U minus 2u divided by 5. That must be equal to 2. 5u minus 2u, that is 3u divided by 5 equal to 3u, 10, u equal 10 divided by 3. U is given as how much then? Value of 10 by 3. 10 by 3, 10 by 3. Yes, we have that. 10 by 3, the fifth one is the answer. It is easy. Anyone got more than 15 marks? Anyone got more than 15 marks? Anyone else? Anyone got more than 15 marks? Fatima, Shevon, how about you guys? Okay, you got 22. That's great. So keep on doing that. So there's one student who got another, like, okay, 23. Right. How about the other students? Anyone else? More than 20? You got 20. That's great. That's okay. No problem. So there are a few students who one is got 23, 20, 22. One is another 20. Right. Okay. So I hope that you learned something. There will be questions up to the point I have teach in my class. I have discussed power energy work up to the power energy work topic. From this week onwards, we'll be discussing that topic. There is one function, I think the Typhongal one, the important function is in the coming Thursday. You all have available in that day. I mean, some Tamil students are there. Are you all available on that day? If you are available, we can do the class, or otherwise we can shift the class to the next day. So tell us your feedback also through the WhatsApp number. We will time to time send the information through the WhatsApp group, watch it, and also mainly pay your attention to register in the website, because maybe we'll upload the recording also to the website. Right, okay, we'll wind up the class. Thanks for joining the live class. be the live class always. You can learn a lot of things, right? We'll go more details in the coming day. In my normal theory class, I'll be completing the power energy work topic. In the other week, I'll start the new topic as well, the equilibrium of forces and center of gravity. Okay. Good night, everyone of you. Right. We'll meet again on next week.